If you're someone who avoids squats and lunges because of knee pain, I'm here to tell you that you can do them. You just have to make sure you're doing them properly. Squats and lunges both work the muscles of your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, and help to actually strengthen your knees. Before we go into how to do them, let's take a look at how to not do them, starting with squats. Oh my gosh, that's just terrible. Okay, so here's the main thing. I've got the weight in my toes, my knees are collapsing inward, and my chest is collapsing forward. I'm gonna take my feet hip width apart with my toes slightly turned out. Set your shoulders back and down and set your core. Now sink deep like you're sitting in a chair. The weight's predominantly in my heels, my knees are stable, and my chest is tall. The best way to keep your knees stable is to keep a little bit of outward tension on your knees the whole time. That's gonna keep them properly aligned and also activate your glutes. Now, if you're still struggling, try lifting your heels a little. This will improve the range of motion at your knees, recruit more of your quads, and help you get deeper while reducing stress on your low back. Time for lunges. There's lots to talk about here, so let's look at it one at a time. Here are the weights in my front toe, my chest is forward. Here, I've stepped back way too far, overstretching my hip flexor. On this one, I'm lunging on a balance beam, and finally, in this last one, my knee is collapsing inward. So, in order to fix my lunge, I want to step back so that both my knees can bend at a 90-degree angle. The weight's going to stay mainly in my front heel, and my chest is going to stay tall. Make sure your feet each stay in their own lane, so properly hip width apart. And if I look down at any time, my front leg is tracking nice and stable in line with my front foot. So take it slow and pay really close attention to your form. Don't use any weights until you're comfortable that you're doing the exercise properly and your knees are pain-free. Knee pain is not the kind of pain that you want to work through. So if your form is good and you still have pain in your knees, then you're going to have to avoid squats and lunges for a little while you build the strength of your legs without using your knees. Stay tuned for a video next week outlining some exercises that target your quads, hamstrings, and glutes but are super gentle on your knees.